Hola, ¿cómo estás, mi amigos? Y a todo de podcast oyentes.
Oyentes.
A little extra on that one.
Sounded pretty Spanish to me.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I got a little lazy, and I kind of know Spanish, so that's why I add a little something there.
Oh, you did?
I didn't want to look up a new language.
What did you add? What did you add for us?
Y a todo de podcast oyentes, which is so I said, hello, how are you, my friends?
Right.
And to all of the podcast listeners.
Wow!
Cheers to that.
Sprinkling a little something in there.
Cheers to that.
Tell the listeners what we got here, Andy.
Clink, clink.
Well, we're
The viewers can see, but
we're cheersing to a couple of ounces of Glenmorangie.
Morangi.
Morangi. I'm glad I said a
beautiful-
third, or I would have
a
bombed.
You sure
beautiful,
that's how you say it?
We'll get a shot here. A beautiful Scotch whiskey from the Scotland Highlanders.
Nice, very nice.
Yes,
very nice.
yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And yes, I
I'll
am
take
sure.
a sip. Let the mic hear you so they know what we're doing.
Oh, what a treat. Oh,
That's really nice.
that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm glad-
Andy spilled a little on the wooden
Yeah.
table we have here, but I picked it up.
And
I
it,
picked up the
He licked
slack.
it up.
and it removed all coloring.
Yeah.
It melted through.
It was an expensive drip.
Looks like our other table now, which is also removed all coloring. Yeah,
Yeah.
touchy subject.
It's
There.
ugly. It's ugly. It's an ugly one. It is. That was passed down from my grandparents. We took it, an old table, and we turned it into a ping pong table. We painted it black.
Tiny
And it
table
has-
tennis?
Tiny table tennis. So I should start with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's for tiny table tennis, and it's given us a lot of enjoyment.
Absolutely. And now
Ready-
it's mine
time
and
to go,
Pete's. Now,
Sorry,
now mine
no,
and Pete's
yeah.
introduction table. Yeah.
Yes.
I jumped the gun there.
Interruption
It's
table.
sorry.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's our workstation as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What a treat.
Yeah, it is. So today is I'm going to tell you what day it is actually, but it's actually another day instead. So
It is.
It's National Earth Day, or it was yesterday.
Okay.
Everyone knows that. Whatever. National
Yeah.
Earth Day. Who cares? Everyone knows.
Hey, the Earth is getting enough love with the lack of pollution. in
Yeah,
there, okay?
exactly.
Earth,
Oh,
Earth couldn't
exactly.
be happier.
It's National
Earth
Earth
itself.
Year.
Yeah.
It's a year. It's a real year this
Well,
year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
and
it's really-
remember when it used to be turn all your lights off? Now people won't do that. But there's no cars, there's no planes.
Simpler times when they
Yeah.
asked you to turn your
Wait.
lights off.
Why people not turn their lights off this year?
No, just because
'Cause
it's all we have.
You have
light,
to be here.
You know,
Okay.
You're always
it's
here.
all we have.
You're
light.
always here.
Yeah, before people were going out and leaving their lights on, people. I say people. Looking at you, I say people.
Yeah, but why not? Why can't we just be like yesterday? I think that's why I didn't realize it was Earth Day right away, because I'm used to like the lights
Right,
off
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
thing.
yeah. People are
But-
more conscious of it.
and
yeah.
it's
Oh,
at,
are
like-
you used to the lights being off?
I mean, I'm not used to it, but I participate.
Oh,
I'm not
yeah,
used. I'm not
right.
used to it, but when it's a national event, that's when I turn my lights off and I just chill candleside for a bit. I'm surprised no one did that this year.
Such bullshit.
I'm not saying to you guys that I'm good at keeping my lights off.
Okay, so we've
Okay,
given
okay.
more light to a National Earth Day than I actually wanted to do
It's a touchy subject all around.
because it's also National Poem in Your Pocket Day.
Poem in your pocket, poem,
And
poem
you
in your
guys
pocket,
had a little bit of
poem in your pocket.
homework.
I
that
bet you
hope
Tay didn't do
you did,
his.
that I
I'll
hope
bet you I did,
Oh,
but
you
it's on
did.
my laptop.
Oh shit!
So the homework that they had was to write a haiku poem.
Yeah, and hold on. This is the first time we've ever had somebody have to leave the set
Yeah,
during a live taping,
Leave the set.
which is fine.
Oh man, they wouldn't have known that until they watched the YouTube video.
Oh, too late now.
All right, so who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Okay,
We'll let Tay get to his.
thank you.
Okay. Do we want to explain what a haiku is? I feel like probably everybody knows what a
Yeah,
haiku
but you
is.
can if you want before you want to jump
So
in
long
there.
story short, quick poem, 5 syllables, 3 lines. Okay.
Long
so here's
poem,
mine.
Long poem short, 575.
Get ready to get your tissues because this one might make you cry tears of joy.
Joy.
Okay.
Wow, joy.
My
I'm
love
ready.
for you is a skipping rope made of sound. Love that skips a beat.
Wow.
Wow, that was really nice.
I was counting the syllables too, and
Oh, yeah.
that was right.
That was right.
That was well
That
done.
was good,
I'm gonna be more intently counting your syllables.
eh? Oh, I had such a good one.
And you can't find
It
it?
was so good. It was so good. It was about ice
What?
cream. I made one about ice cream.
Where is it?
It was. I put it right in my notes.
Oh, so try to remember and with the
Yeah.
syllables and everything. Don't
Yeah,
worry
yeah.
about the syllables. Just
All
say
right.
it.
All
Try
right.
to get them right though. This is way better. I'm so happy you can find it.
so good.
In my bowl, heart full. Ice cream, no doubt, is answer. Chocolate chip, dairy cream. Yep.
That was like 579.
Chocolate. Yeah, chocolate's like a
Chocolate.
5-syllable.
Yeah, how you say chocolate? You saying chocolate? Are you saying chocolate? Or are you saying chocolate?
I can't believe I forgot my fucking...
What a devastating start to this for Tay.
Oh.
And I'm glad that everyone's here with
It was
us.
so... I put so much time into it. Wow.
Which was not the point.
No.
But-
National Poem in Your Pocket Day. And for mine, you'll have to wait
Poem in your
until
pocket.
the roundup.
Really?
So a little taste of what the roundup might be
Wow,
about.
I could have used till the roundup.
That's okay, Tay. You know what? Everyone gets it. They
That's for
expect
sure.
it. They expect it, bro. It's okay. This
Yeah,
happens,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know, daily.
So we'll jump into our first headline here. And we're talking about some good news.
Ooh.
We talked a little bit about it last week, I think.
Yeah, we did.
I'll let Andy explain a little bit more detail of what we're talking about this week.
Well, we mentioned John Kryansinski.
Ooh.
Was it last week?
I think it was last week, yeah.
It might have been the one before, but it was the big Poppy story, right?
Yeah, it was last week.
So we didn't dive into the TV show.
No, we didn't even talk
So
about his TV show.
he has started this TV show
or
that's-
YouTube channel.
YouTube channel,
yeah.
But it's like a news it's like a news like show basically. Like he's trying to image or the image of like a news actual
Yeah,
CBC
portray
show
a-
or whatever.
Exactly.
But so he's basically the concept is to talk about only good things in the world, which is great. Everyone needs that at a
Yeah,
time like
great
today.
initiative.
We don't do that here.
No,
We give it to you cut raw.
give it
I-
to you real.
I get it real raw.
Oh, yeah.
And then I have to deal with it emotionally and physically. Depends on how you guys throw it at me.
Physically, yeah. That's behind the scenes, okay.
That's right.
But so a couple of things that were big this last week. Is it a week? Do you know if it's a weekly
I
thing?
think so, but I don't know.
It is. I can confirm.
Yeah, because you know it. But
Yeah,
how much
'cause
do you know about it? Like week to week? Do you watch it all?
No.
Okay.
I haven't watched it all. I just recently I just checked it out and I was
Gotcha.
checking out clips and stuff. And it
Gotcha.
is every week.
Okay.
And can I just say this guy's pulling in $5 million plus per episode.
Well, yeah, the first one has over 15 mil.
Yes, just the first episode has over 15 mil, and he has 4 episodes out now, and they're like over 5 mil each. He's already got
It's
like
his
20
largest
mil.
income stream. Is that
He's
what you're
on.
telling me right now?
Yes, yes,
Potentially.
100%.
I don't know. Jack Ryan probably made him a lot of money.
A Quiet Place is his own production, so he's probably
He's
a
loaded.
billionaire.
Maybe.
Is he a billionaire?
Well, and if you ever need
gonna
some
get there
help, his
quick.
wife
wouldn't be a
the
is-
billionaire.
YouTube channel, he'll get there quick. 15 mil?
Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
know about that.
but and then like as a household, like his wife is Emily Blunt. Like they're probably.
I don't mean to be blunt, but
I mean,
it's
I
got
don't
quite the
say
life.
power couple.
Yeah. say the
So
least.
he in the most recent episode, I believe, he had a bunch of guests on to host a prom for every kid in the
High
world
school prom night.
that
Pretty
has
cool.
to miss their prom.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
The guests that appeared, very creatively, I might add.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't know these by the way. I don't know.
Chance the Rapper,
Very cool.
Billie Eilish,
Cool.
and the Jonas Brothers.
So fun.
Like, come on.
So fun.
Pretty good.
Come on.
That's sweet.
Pretty good
That's
crew.
pretty sweet.
Oh,
They
and
all-
he also
They
brought
all performed
uh,
a song, I think, just like one song.
Really? Yeah.
Do you know why they were brought on?
like specific reasons. I mean, I
So,
feel
well,
like
the main reason for Billie Eilish and Jonas Brothers, I'm not sure about Chance, but for those two, and I think maybe another, but they missed their high school proms. Like they just never
they
went.
just
Really?
they did. Oh,
yeah.
true.
So he's bringing them in, and like he's doing their prom, and they're so happy about it. And
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool, right?
Nice. Yeah, pretty nice.
So what a special thing he did there. And then I thought this one was a little bit more special.
More
He
special
brought-
than the
he
prom.
brought on Bradley Pitt to be the weatherman.
you're reigning best supporting actor from
Are
the
you kidding me?
Oscars.
Prom?
Bradley Pitt.
Come on, prom? Brad Pitt for 15 seconds.
Wow.
Ah,
Wow.
Brad Pitt.
Has
there was
Brad
a-
Pitt been doing the weather this whole time
No,
on
no,
some
no.
good news? Oh.
Just
No,
once.
yeah, and
it was
apparently he did it he does it at the Jim Jeffries show or something. I don't know. I read
guess.
something about
That's
that.
so funny.
But it's
So
a
maybe
thing
that-
that
but
Brad
that's-
Pitt does.
But see,
That's
that's
so
why
good.
it's thoughtful. Like
Yeah.
this John guy, I don't know. Fucking, I knew something like this was coming as soon as I saw his performance in Jack Ryan.
Season
Wow.
1,
Really?
The Office, episode 1. That's when I knew.
You knew it was coming. You knew it was going to be a pandemic, and then all of a sudden, season tickets for all Red Sox fans.
Oh, yeah.
And then all of a sudden,
That part was easy.
he's bringing easy call out. But then
Yeah.
the prom for all these kids.
That was tougher,
Come
but I did
on.
it. But I did it. Tougher,
Come
but I did it.
on. Yeah, and I do have to say, his we talked about a power couple. How about a power household? Because the sign in the back, that's made by his kids. And wow.
Wow.
What a piece of art.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had the prom 2020 sign too, so they probably made that.
Probably made that too.
Cool.
It's amazing.
Oh, and it was co-hosted. The first person he brought on was Dwight Rainn Wilson.
Nice. Rainn
Yeah.
Wilson.
Shrew.
Call back.
Dwight Shrew. Hood. How do you
It
say
was
it?
just
Shrew?
raining celebrities.
Shroot.
Shroot
I
Farms.
am Groot.
Shroot Farms.
I am Shroot Groot.
I am shoot.
So we'll dive into like a bit more of a, I don't know,
And
more
more
of a newsy topic.
a filmy in topic.
More of a filmy
Yeah?
in topic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, you know what, John? The world's not all just butterflies. Okay.
Yeah, come on, John. Let's wipe some smile off some faces and talk real news, okay?
Oil take all of it.
It's got to be one of your top headlines.
The global price of oil has dipped into the negatives.
Wow.
So oil take all of it.
And
Take a guess what that means.
I'm far from aware, but when's the last time that's
No,
ever happened?
I just mean like,
If
what
ever.
does that mean
Decades.
when they say
Decades,
it's dipped into
Yeah.
the negative? What does that mean?
It's the stock is in the negative now. Like
Right.
they're losing anyone.
But
what?
what does that mean?
It's not easy to know, but
No.
so you can say no. I feel like we're backing you into a corner.
I assume people who have money involved are losing money now.
Yeah, that's for sure.
if they were to sell.
Yeah. So okay, a friend of mine, Tio, sent me this a little blurb that kind of explains it. It's from the Instagram account Finance God.
Okay.
But
It's
first,
like a,
so
saying
you're not
it's a
going
WhatsApp
to
chain.
tell them what it
No, I'm
means
gonna
first?
explain it
Okay.
through this.
So did I get
Yeah,
I got
explain
out
it
of the
through
corner, or
this.
I'm still in the
No,
corner?
no, no.
with
I'm
it?
gonna bring you out. I'm gonna
Okay.
hold your hand out of the
Oh,
corner.
now you're reaching for my hand now.
Yeah, it's
Before
right
you were
here.
poking me with a stick.
No, it's right here.
Okay,
It's
okay.
right here.
Okay.
So whenever you're ready, you
Hey,
can grab it.
Whenever I'm ready.
Whenever you're ready, you can
All right.
grab it.
Hey,
All
we
right,
never
okay.
poked you with a stick. We hit you with it.
Oh, I know. I don't know if I have a hand to reach out with, because I'm still stopping the sticks from hitting me right now.
Okay.
There,
Okay.
that's better.
Okay, so here it is in a nutshell. So I think it was trading at about negative $37. So imagine I'm going to read it kind of word for word because
Okay.
I don't know where it stops being English because there's a couple sentences that are so bad in this, but I'll read it
Wall
anyways.
Street, am I right?
I'll read it anyways. Imagine the following. You paid $500 today and commit to receiving an escort at your house in 15 days because your wife is traveling. This is kind of what a futures contract is.
All right.
Futures contract.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the lockdown came and your wife will be home for the next 60 days. You do not want this woman to show up at your house at all and try to pass this futures contract to someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Only you cannot sell this commitment because nobody else can receive the escort at home anymore because everyone is in full storage with their wife.
Correct.
So capacity. You're at capacity.
You're at
Everyone's
capacity.
at capacity, locked up with their wives.
That's right.
To make matters worse, not even the pimp, who in this case is the Chicago Mercantile Exchange,
Okay.
so the Chicago Exchange,
Mm-hmm.
has enough room to receive the girls because their room was never supposed to be big enough to contain all of the girls.
Right.
Once again,
Just the floaters.
at capacity.
Yes.
Much like you at home with your wife, at capacity.
Correct.
So now you will pay anyone just to take the girl off your hands. Now do you understand what it means for it to be negative pricing?
No one's got any room for oil.
Wow. No one has any time or room or
So-
patience.
They're getting paid to take it.
Wow. It's getting dumped.
Isn't that
Thank you.
nuts?
Thank you.
Then got him.
Isn't that
Nuts.
crazy?
That's insane.
So
So
Some
we
nuts
were
stuff.
thinking, a few other buddies of mine in one of the group chats, we were thinking maybe we should get paid to take some oil and just fill it up in the bathtubs, you know?
You guys have to confirm that with us, actually.
Well, I mean, you know, what's the big
an
deal?
easy-
We shower in the
What's the
sinks for a
big
couple months, you
big
know?
deal. It's just a
4
little
in
bit of
one
oil.
bathroom. in
I have
this
a
town.
I have a couple mason jars. I'll take a couple of some.
Those are our glasses. You guys need to bring me in on these discussions. What's going on here?
Man, I'm gonna save away a liter of oil. That's gonna be worth something Sunday.
No, it's currently worth something.
It's a negative, dude.
Yeah, negative.
You'll be more poor if you brought in oil into this
You take
house.
this oil on. That's on you. Now you got to get out of that.
Where did that come from? Whose analogy is that?
I don't know. The names are blocked out. It's a WhatsApp conversation.
cool.
If they wanted their names, they wouldn't have blacked out their names.
I'm
to
glad
be
you went
cited
with
on this.
the escort example because it would have been tough to wrap my head around anything else. But
Oh,
the
yeah.
I'm like, I'm there. I'm
See?
like, I'm
Visualizing
almost,
it, yeah.
You know how you get
No, that's
around
fair.
this analogy? Is you marry somebody that fucks escorts with you. That's how you do it.
Well,
That's
there are
how you
people
do
that
it.
probably have that in terms of the
100%.
oil too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying I do,
In terms
but
of the oil too.
yeah, true.
Bring it on in. Bring it on. Sure.
More the better.
Love oil. I bought it initially. I love it. Want it around.
Oh my god.
All right. So, moving on. Officials in Ralph's skate court in San Clemente, California, filled the skate park with sand to keep the skateboarders out. Venice Skate Park was also closed.
Wow.
Yep. There's a few more as well, but those are some big ones
Those are
in
the big
Cali.
The extremes that the government has to go through
know.
to stop places.
Yeah.
And just curious, I might be wrong. Did they suck the sand out of the beaches and put it on the skate parks? Is
No,
that
they
what's
were-
happening?
That would be a
were-
that'd be a two-bird situation
Yeah.
if I ever
Right?
seen one.
They were bulldozing it looked like, from the Venice Beach one. I don't know how they filled the Ralph skate court, but
Okay.
the Venice Beach one, they're literally bulldozing it off the beach because it's like right beside the beach.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I'll let Andy fill you in with a little bit of more
Yeah.
sprinkle on this the
Little-
story.
Little did they know
Okay.
that they would be attracting a group of dirt bikers. So these two kids
Come on.
brought their dirt bikes and were ripping them off the jumps.
Of course.
Yeah, but they're like little minis. What do you call
What's
them?
sand?
Minis?
It's
Pit
dirt.
bikes.
Pit bikes. Yeah.
Pit bikes. So you're telling me they filled a skate park with sand
Oh, yeah.
and created a mini pit bike
Oh, yeah.
carnival?
Oh,
The
yeah.
most accessible dirt bike path known to man. That's
That-
what they
how-
created.
How do you not expect a couple kids to go rapping?
Yeah.
You know?
I know.
What do you expect?
We got to tell Mitch that one. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
he
my
would love that.
brother, my younger brother, would literally. He's probably driving out there right
I was
now.
gonna
Yeah.
say he's out there now.
Yeah.
We should be advertising the fact that there's a mini pit bike park
Oh, yeah.
happening right now.
So
That's so funny.
it caused controversy because a lot of people thought it wasn't necessary.
Okay.
The kid that they actually interviewed the kid that did it, and he's saying how how is it allowed that 500 people can go into a Walmart but kids aren't allowed to skate? So it's kind of a tough situation.
It's the question everyone asks. It's just you're adding risk
Yeah,
every time you do
exactly.
something, and if
Yeah.
you don't need to do it, you don't do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
That's all it
need,
is.
It's need to do.
That's
It's-
all it
it's-
is, yeah.
Unfortunately, kickflips are not essential.
So
Yeah, but ramps are.
Rapping.
Those are.
I mean, if you're just taunting the kids with it,
well, and they're wearing dirt bike helmets, so technically they're not coughing out.
that's
And-
another thing
And
too.
their gear is pretty isolated
The-
already.
The gear is isolated because my brother, he wants to go dirt biking so bad and go out on the trails and stuff. And it's like, dirt biking is probably the most isolated activity you could do at
Yeah.
this point.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
It's just funny that it's at a small park. People are going.
Oh,
It's so
that's
good.
hilarious! I
Yeah.
love that
good.
story. I'm excited to share that with others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you will not believe this next headline.
Okay.
Completely unrelated
Okay.
to COVID.
Brilliant news out of Florida.
Brilliant.
Florida.
We're getting some good news from Florida.
Brilliant news.
Florida Aquarium. A Florida aquarium just made a breakthrough that would help save America's Great Barrier Reef, which is the third largest in the world. So, for the first time in history, this aquarium has reproduced rigid cactus coral while it was in human care for the first time
Okay. In Florida.
in Florida. The aquarium, I think the largest aquarium there.
Yeah.
So this is one of the variety of species rescued from that reef after it began undergoing a major disease outbreak in 2014.
Ooh.
And reefs all over the world have been struggling for a variety of factors that you could keep listing off, but you know them probably.
Right. Reef, eh?
Yep. And so the goal is to eventually reintroduce this coral once the disease is gone.
Okay.
The scientists also now know how the reproduction process happens
Yeah. So here, Tay.
for coral reef.
I'm
Do you know what a
going-
coral
Reef.
reef looks like?
Yeah.
Down
but
low?
That's pretty down low. Down low. Have you ever
you
gotten
just-
up close to a coral? Have you ever
scuba dive?
touched a coral reef with your tongue, Tay? It's phenomenal.
It's called a cactus, so I would not recommend it.
It's an underwater cacti. But that's pretty awesome. So
But
Florida
so-
doing something right.
Yeah, but so obviously the really cool part is to save the coral.
Of
Which
course.
is essential to human life.
Yeah.
To human
But-
life or to
just
aquatic life?
just coral reefs in general.
But-
human life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Coral
That I did not
is
know.
separate from the reef, and coral is actually a living, reproducing organism.
Right. Is reef like the bed?
Yeah, reef
Like
is
when
like
you put
what
a
it-
bunch of coral together,
Yeah.
they become
Exactly.
coral
what
reef.
it lives in.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah, it's like the habitat of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the question that everybody's now asking.
Yeah.
Give us some more details
What's the-
about the reproduction
What's
process.
the process?
Yeah, we're all on pins and needles over here. How do you do it?
Yeah, so all of that is to say,
How are these things banging? How are they reproducing?
Tay's like, when is the shoe gonna drop?
When is it gonna drop? How do I get my dick in a coral?
Oh man, so I'll take this one, Pete.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
They are what is considered brooding coral,
Okay.
which means only their sperm is released into the water, no eggs.
Okay.
The eggs are then fertilized in the actual larvae, the parent larvae, and it develops inside that coral rather than outside, which is
Okay.
typically what happens in the water.
Yeah.
The tiny baby coral are then spit out.
Tiny baby coral.
Tiny baby coral.
Tiny baby coral.
Tiny baby coral. Tiny baby coral.
My tiny little coral babies.
They swim around. They find a perfect place on the reef where
Right.
they then stay for the rest of their lives.
Cool.
Um,
So they're just
So-
they're born, they're swimming,
Yeah.
and they're reefing,
Yeah.
and they stay.
So this
forever.
is exactly they
Forever.
stay forever, and this is important because the scientists can now learn how everything happens in the wild, so they can reintroduce it eventually.
Wow.
Talk about corralling sperm. Sorry, I had to. Apologize.
Yeah.
Apologize.
It is important. It is important. The reefs are important because they help fish stay alive, and then fisheries supply food. So,
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
This is honestly, this is just really connecting the dots to Finding Nemo for me.
Yeah.
And it's like it all makes so much sense now.
literally
it
Finding
all
Nemo.
makes so
Deserves a
much
rewatch
sense.
now.
It should be. It should be on the rewatchables.
Little less about the reproductive process in Finding Nemo, but
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You haven't
But-
seen the XXX version?
That's not the Finding Nemo I'm watching.
Yeah.
Okay. I found Nemo, and let me tell you, it's sexy.
almost guarantee you there is some sort of Finding Nemo porn
yeah.
on Pornhub.
And if there is, we'll put a little screenshot on the video for you guys.
And we promise a clip. If it's out there, we promise. We will not hide it in the dark like the reproductive system of the coral reef.
We're not
okay?
like John Krasinski's Some Good News.
No.
We're giving it all. The dirty dishes too.
Great. Wow.
Yeah,
Isn't that
good stuff.
sweet?
Dirty little coral reef. I love it.
Moving on. Warring gangs in South Africa are working together. So warring gangs, that's a weird way to say that. But do you know what I'm saying there?
Is this a person or a gang?
Gangs at war.
Gangs at war.
Oh,
yes.
gangs at war.
Yeah.
Okay.
Warring.
Yeah.
Warring.
They're
gangs.
warring.
Warring.
I did not know.
Warring.
You could,
Gangs.
I did not know.
Warring. This
Yeah.
is warring.
I was curious how it was going to sound when I
Dude,
said it. It doesn't sound good.
How often do we often are involved in a warring process against each other?
We always war.
Day to day? Is that
I'm
what
going to
you
use that.
We are warring.
Yeah.
Anytime you compete against someone, you are
You're
warring.
warring.
Warring against them.
You're
mean? Yeah,
warring.
let's
Wow.
war.
You want to war me, bro?
You warring, bro?
I don't think you want a warring with this guy.
Not with that fucking facial hair.
Oh, man.
chance.
I will chew the both of us up and leave us both in the dust with this thing.
Tay looks like he has that facial hair because he's not able to shave it, you know?
Oh, yeah, we haven't even
Like,
done the
he doesn't
beard
have-
updates.
Yeah.
Just a
He
quick
doesn't
look,
have
just a
the
quick look
products
for-
to do it.
Yeah, it's like I can't afford the products, or like my skin has like some kind of
Something like that.
Yeah, something that I can't like touch it with a razor.
Or you've just been lost.
The products are
Yeah,
usually
yeah.
show in the ads people with full facial hair. You
Right.
haven't seen an ad yet.
Exactly.
That
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
resonates.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
makes
can't. I
sense.
can't relate to anyone shaving. I don't even know. No one's ever grown something like this because it's been so looked down upon.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hate it. People around me hate
I
it.
hate it.
Yeah.
I feel like now we're warring.
I think it's coming in really nice.
I think this is what warring is.
Is everyone
We're
warring
warring.
against my beard?
I think so. But I think it's also coming in a little bit nice under your neck. You should just
Right
shave
there?
just shave everything else and leave the under neck.
Leave the neck?
Yeah.
I could rock a pretty good under neck.
I
I've
think
seen
so.
that before. Doesn't look good.
When I do have to say, when I am touching it, for the most part, I'm like, there's nothing there. But when I hit the neck, I'm like, oh, I feel a little hair.
Okay, so rival gangs in South Africa are working together in an unprecedented truce to deliver much needed food to the people in their communities during the lockdown. They've reported a 75% decrease in violent crime. There's a pastor who lives in the area. His name is Andy Steele Smith.
Great name.
He works with gang members in his community, and many of them are convicted killers. So they are absolutely turned around. The there's no gangs. Like, it's amazing. I mean, all it took was a virus.
All it took was the most
Fantastic.
devastating virus we've had since the pandemic of the flu.
Wow.
Flu pandemic.
Wow, warring gangs are even like, but I mean, I'm surprised. They held back completely because their bandanas are kind of like masks.
Whoa. I said it's down 75%,
Oh,
not
okay.
100. Not
Okay.
not 100.
It's not like they're like, well, we'll hang up the guns till this is over.
Yeah. Oh no.
Okay,
No,
well
no,
that's great. That's a step in the right direction.
It's a big step in the right direction.
Awesome.
But Andy actually had a little bit of insight. Not our Andy.
Okay, Steele.
So it's
Pastor
confusing.
Andy.
Actually, it's
Call him
spelled, it's spelled different. Yeah.
Both
Eh.
are so good at helping convicted felons.
So his insight was this. He said, honestly, they're the best distributors in the country. They're
yeah.
used to distributing other white powders. They're very good at it. And they already know everybody.
They have the network.
Oh yeah.
That's Pastor Andy. It's great. It's true. I didn't
is.
realize. We should be getting them out on the streets here.
He's the man of the people. Yeah, they should do a little distribution, for the good.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are good qualified people to hire for your companies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aside from the killings, they know what they're doing out there.
Doesn't take much to kill nowadays.
Slip of the finger.
Have you seen
pinky.
Dexter?
I haven't.
You haven't seen the show Dexter?
No, but
He's
he
afraid
doesn't-
of scary things.
Oh yeah.
Even if
we've
they're
been
not
over this.
scary.
Dexter's not scary.
Dexter,
even if
to
they're not
your
scary.
definition, is scary.
Actually, I did watch the pilot, and it ends with that Barbie doll in the freezer, and that's when I was like, this probably isn't for me.
Kind of jumpy. I think I'm gonna go hide under my covers for
This
this
is
one.
material.
I think I'll just go cuddle up with Pete or Andy, whoever's sleeping.
We're sleeping on the couch. But yeah, nuts. Any final thoughts on that one?
It's interesting because obviously crime is going to go down when people are staying inside, but to utilize a bunch of gang members,
I did not realize that part. Yeah, that's the part
Yeah.
that's really cool.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty
fuck,
smart.
Fuck them for what they do. Let's expose them to the virus, and they can help.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's a sentence in its own.
Yeah.
People helping people.
People helping people.
Yeah.
So here's another one of people helping people, maybe. Chile's numbers of recovered patients versus the infected patients have been pretty solid so far. Chile.
Chile.
Oh my
I'm
god!
like, what? So everyone who's eating at Chili's.
Chili's.
I'm like, did Chili's have an outbreak? Like Applebee's is fine, but Chili's is just getting hammered in the States.
I swear to God, we do not script these. They're not scripted.
I thought he said Chili's, and I thought there was an
Yeah,
outbreak.
but-
Like people, like their employees aren't washing their hands. All of a sudden, everyone's getting sick at Chili's, but they're like, "Don't worry, because all the people dying from eating at Chili's, we're getting some recovery rates now."
Yeah.
Okay, so
Speechless.
No,
okay,
it's
so
great.
no,
So not Chili's baby
not-
back ribs.
not
don't-
Chili's.
No.
Delicious, succulent
Very
baby back
delicious.
ribs. This is separate.
Yeah, I don't know if I can continue the podcast.
We're
I'm sorry.
we're talking about a country, not the restaurant, not the dish that's more popular, but the country.
The country.
It's equally as popular as we'll say. As
At
the rest.
least, yeah.
Equally.
I'll give you equally.
Equally as
I'll give you
popular.
equally. That
Okay.
actually might be true.
Okay.
Right?
I'd say that might take the case, but thinking back, he's had some pretty brutal ones.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a numbers game at this point. It's
Yeah.
the accumulation
numbers
of the
game.
errors.
I
But
don't know
that's
the
what
story
makes-
till you tell me.
Hey, okay, so here it comes.
Okay.
You didn't have to interject. That is
No.
the issue there.
He's like, maybe
That
he
is the issue there.
Maybe he is starting to look for them. Maybe he's like, oh, what could I fuck up? They'll love it.
I was
maybe.
concerned. I thought we were going to get an interesting stat on, Chili's
So
victims.
as everyone knows, Tay is pursuing a comedy career, and with that will come a lot of acting
Yeah, we don't know
possibility.
anymore.
And he's just practicing his acting.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that comedy career went to shit with this disease. So, I mean, this is all I got.
Something, yeah.
So the fine workers of Chili's. No, just joking. Imagine if I was actually talking about
That'd be so good.
I would tip my hat,
Yeah.
and then I would shut up for the rest of the pod and
Oh,
just
yeah.
let you guys run my life.
Dude, we already run your life, all right?
It's not wrong.
Okay. So Chile's, I should have said it like that. I'm sorry. Chile's number of
You did.
recovered patients
You did.
versus their infected has been pretty solid, as I just said. But that's because Chile has been counting those who died of coronavirus as recovered because they are no longer contagious.
Yep. Sound logic. Sound logic.
What?
And that is straight to you, from me, from the Chilean health minister.
Oh, man, that's so messed up. Someone's sitting at the board. They're like, these numbers are brutal.
How do we pump these? Ah!
Some intern's like, I got something.
Yeah.
I got something.
The
Stick
intern
with me.
The intern of Chile.
Of Chile healthcare. The intern.
Okay.
He's like, I got an idea,
healthcare.
guys. I got an idea.
Okay. So the intern of the Chilean
Yeah.
healthcare
Health
system.
minister.
Healthcare system.
Yeah.
Yeah, the intern. He's
No, I like the
and he's-
intern at Chili's better. I
He's
like
a
that
snappy
better.
guy. He's a snappy guy. He's the intern of all of Chile.
Yeah. Okay.
He's just like, hey guys, I can pump these numbers up. How about when they die, they're in a better place.
They're no longer contagious.
So who's to say if we gotta
And
just
that's the real problem here.
Hey.
People that are contagious. That's what we're talking about.
That's all
What
we're
are we
worried
talking
about. That's
Why
all
are you
we-
inside? Because people are
Hear
contagious.
me out on this one. Maybe there's a language barrier here. What does the word recover define as?
I hope you have it pre-looked up. Oh, damn it. I thought you did.
No, not gonna.
I don't think Chile speaks Spanish, but I wouldn't know that word
think they
anyways,
do.
honestly.
Okay.
I'll look it up.
Okay, yeah, you look it up. Cool.
Yeah, he's the Googler. Leave it to him. Leave it to him.
So
But
I do,
interesting.
but you should know that restaurants are closed.
Oh, well, I didn't know because I didn't know if they were still doing takeout. Restaurants are still an essential service.
Okay, imagine if there's numbers on like takeout and who's has more numbers pumped out of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right? And if
That'd be
that was
wild.
I didn't know where the story was going.
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
a lot
yeah.
there's a lot of avenues.
Yeah, well,
this
I was
could
half
go.
a sentence in.
Yeah, and that's when I usually like to then tell you what I'm thinking. That usually works out in my benefit most of the time.
That's true. That's true.
Which is
but sometimes
false, but
sometimes
I like that you say yes. I'll go with that.
I'll always say yes. I'll always say yes.
You're my yes man. I love it.
So it is Spanish.
Okay.
Okay.
I can't really find like a definition though.
For recovery?
Well, just like a Spanish definition.
Well,
without
I'm
having to-
assuming it's recovery is different than dead.
Oh yeah.
We could probably.
It was more a joke. It was
We
more
could
so
probably-
a joke, and I don't think I'm actually gonna get anywhere
yeah, I'm
with
surprised you started looking it up.
it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Recuperada.
Oh yeah. We're on the same
Recuperado.
page.
Recuperado is
recuperado.
different than muerte, which is dead.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So maybe.
okay.
Who knows? Maybe. Who knows? Maybe. Who knows? Maybe.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Maybe.
Yeah,
And
yeah, we don't know.
for our next guest though.
Inconclusive.
Inconclusive. But next week, our next guest is going to be the intern of Chile.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm down. I'm down. Yeah, if
Find
you can
him.
bring him in.
I can bring him in. I'll bring him
No.
in.
Okay, great.
You know what we should do? Is we should do a segment where we invite on our top fans,
Wow.
Wow.
and maybe they get like a quick little. I don't know, like a 30-second shout, like
That's a good
30-second
idea.
shout out
Wow.
or something.
They read a quick little piece of news.
Yeah,
I
Something
love
like
that.
I have an idea of who we can start with because she's been hurting
Hey.
for a shout out.
Wow.
Who's this?
You know who it is?
Who is it?
I think I know, but I want you to say it.
Yeah.
Maddie.
Hey.
Hey, shout out to Maddie. Big
Tay
fan of the
sister
pod.
Maddie.
We appreciate it.
Tay sister Maddie.
Yeah. Not this Tay.
Not
Jim's friend
not
Tay.
our Tay. Maddie Robinson, Tay Robinson.
But after we
Fantastic.
bring on the intern as our first guest, we should consider having someone call in.
Hey, honestly, and I'm not a scientist, but maybe they are the intern at Chili's.
Ooh.
We don't know that. We
Who
haven't
knows?
asked
We
them.
don't
We haven't
know
asked
that.
them
That's
yet.
true.
We haven't asked them yet.
Yeah.
Anything
We'll find
is,
out.
Anything is possible. Kevin
Especially,
Garnett.
I mean, especially anything's possible. Especially,
He interrupted me, so I feel like it might be spoken over a little bit, but that was pretty good. For the listeners, anything is possible. Kevin Garnett is. What he said.
Oh, that got me good.
Copyright.
That got me good.
Anyways, shout out to Maddie.
shout out to Maddie, and yeah, honestly, anything is possible. Especially after Andy has the thought of inviting people onto the pod. He also invited us into the meat shop itself and took us back there. How the
Behind the meat curtain,
yeah,
as I
behind
like to call
the
it.
meat curtain, and we
Oh,
got
yeah.
to see the muddy conclusion of how we get to these segments and how we decide on things, and I think that's a new
Yeah,
segment.
there's
do
no
too.
automation in the back room.
No.
It's all manual.
It's
all
all
manual.
manual.
Yeah.
We're there pumping and cutting, dicing.
It's all
and packing.
Manuel.
Cleavers.
It's all Manuel, the
Manuel.
intern from Chile.
Yes.
Also, speaking of meat, you're not gonna believe this, but today I opened up a can of turkey flakes
Right.
Ooh.
and spooned it onto crackers.
I saw that.
what a treat.
That was
Wow.
good. Yeah,
Turkey
we were
flakes are a treat.
scarfing our faces before the pod. Is that what you wanted to say? I didn't eat all day, so
Full
I'm
of
just
the-
like,
Just
I was eating the Fit Boys ice cream. as you guys know.
The Fit Boys ice
The Fit
cream.
Boys
That's
ice
great.
cream.
Why
A
don't you
scoop,
tell us? Why don't you tell us what Fit Boys ice cream
Yeah, a nice
is?
little scoop of peanut butter.
That's right.
Peanut butter.
That's
Peanut
right.
bitters.
Peanut butter.
Just a scoop of peanut butters right to the dune.
I haven't had a fuck up in a while.
I
and
know,
Andy
it's
calls
been
it out.
good.
Barely.
Bitters.
It was a
It's been
bare
good.
fuck up.
But
Barely.
it was.
It was.
You and I, 2 different letters.
See, I didn't have any of this Fit Man ice cream or chili flake on crackers, so I'm starving. That's why I thought Chili's was the next one.
Oh, okay.
Turkey flake,
See,
not
that
chili
makes
flake.
you're starting to add layers, and it's starting to make a little bit more sense each time.
Turkey
Hey,
flake,
buddy,
not chili flake.
My life is a lasagna. You just got to dig a little deeper.
Turkey flake, not chili flake.
Turkey flake,
That was what I said, yeah.
chili flake.
Okay. Well, we'll just agree to disagree.
So we're going back to Florida, and this time we're going back to a Florida man.
Florida man.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
The mining.
The
Oh, it's got its own little
Got its
mini
own
headline.
little mini headline. The
Wow,
mining.
Pete got excited about this one.
Yeah.
So a Florida man bought an entire abandoned old mining ghost town in California and is now stuck out there alone due to COVID and a recent snowstorm that brought snow up to his waist.
He ended up moving out there.
Yeah.
I thought he bought it for like a gun range or something,
No.
but he ended up moving out
Well,
there.
he was
and
going
now
to turn it into
Where in
something.
Right.
That was his
California
plan.
is this?
But now he's just stuck there.
Oh, great. I didn't even write that down. It's so actually there's a
man.
little bit more info on why it's like because California's massive.
Yeah,
The
but when-
north
and-
and the south are very populated, but the middle it's huge and there's not that
It's
many
the
people
mountains,
there.
too, right?
Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
So this
a
guy's
lot-
like, I'm gonna make a paintball field for all my friends, and then all of a sudden he's just there in 3 feet of snow doing nothing.
Yeah, I have a feeling you didn't buy it to make a paintball field, but
No, but you'll find out in a second here. But the owner, this guy,
I can't wait.
actually like he owns hostels. So he's an entrepreneur.
Okay.
He likes to build things out of nothing and like have kind of experiences for people.
people could
Okay.
go there. You know, it's like look where I am. I used to be in a cool spot, you know?
So all signs point to a paintball field. Keep going.
So far.
That's true so far.
And this next sentence won't hurt. There are bullet holes in the walls, blood stains on the floors of the saloon, and a cemetery filled with the graves of hundreds of miners that used to obviously work there.
So
It's a
that's
mining
where
town. It's an old
the
mining
paintball-
town. It's been
Wow.
deserted for 100 years.
That's where the paintball theory kind of falls off a little bit because I
Okay.
don't know what miners are
Okay.
playing paintball, and I also don't know what paintball players are bleeding. Maybe some little scrapes on the knees. I also don't know about any other paintballers that are shooting strong enough paintballs that are putting holes in things. Okay.
Wow, that was 1, 2, 3 points I had, and all 3 diminished.
That was
by
a lot of
Andy.
points, and I have the rebuttal.
For the
I have the
paintball.
rebuttal.
Oh.
Oh, here we go.
It's cold enough that the paintballs don't break.
Okay. So blood. That's your blood rebuttal.
No, that's
no,
the bullet
that's,
holes.
that's the bullet holes.
Okay,
the
okay,
bullet
Leave
holes.
in marks.
I like
Leave
it.
in
I
marks.
like it.
blood.
I like it.
But also, some of them are breaking because that's what paintballs do.
Okay.
They're all red.
Okay.
Strictly red paintballs.
Yeah.
Oh, this play. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fair.
so red paintball
Red-
blood.
red-
It's
red
not
paintball.
blood.
It's
Red,
not
yeah, it's not
blood.
blood.
We haven't
It's
tested.
We don't know
blood.
yet.
We haven't
Who's,
tested.
who's
the blood.
tested that?
Very
This guy?
curious.
No way.
Very curious for the next one.
Okay, here we go. Hit
Very,
me.
and if I'll
Hit me.
remind
No, what
the
is it? No, no, no.
Oh, wait.
listeners,
Okay.
it's a cemetery filled with
Yeah,
the
what's
graves
that
of
one?
hundreds of miners.
Graves of hundreds of miners. Shout outs to go to all their family for their loss.
No, Ted.
And-
He's asking you what's your
And,
third explanation.
Yeah, he doesn't have one.
I don't have one. Oh, no.
Oh,
Winner! Yet again.
So yeah, it is a very creepy
got
place, even from the pictures. I'll put
Okay.
them online on the video.
Okay.
But the town does have a long and bloody history. So 5,000 residents were left there on their own devices by the law enforcement at the time. Remember, I said it's about a 100 years old.
Ooh, 100 years ago, people were left there?
Yeah.
By the sheriff at the time.
By the sheriff at the time.
The sheriff.
This is a good ghost story. I feel like this might be an ad now that I'm reading it.
Wow.
So it's
when are we
3
going?
hours outside of LA. At one point back then, the town averaged around a murder a week, and miners actually used to put sandbags in their bunk beds to stop stray bullets during the night.
Whoa. That's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
Wild. So a lot of warring going on there.
Yeah, and then the guy finally ended up like it was a pretty long article. One of the quotes I pulled out, he said, "People have been going through issues since people existed. This town was around when the Spanish influenza hit, the Spanish flu, and it's still standing. So there's some kind of strength in that."
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I
All
don't know
right.
about that.
Tell it to that one guy.
Yeah.
Surrounded by blood, bullets, and graves.
Yeah, that's how I felt. I'm glad you feel the same way.
Okay. All right. Well, I, for one, can't wait to check out, next year's attraction, Ghost Town Paintball. I might have my next birthday party there.
High Park,
Nice.
Disneyland, and Ghost Paint.
High Park
Ghost
Disney.
Ball.
Whoa, is that an episode
One?
2? Episode 1,
One or two.
season 1 shout out?
Yeah. Call
I
back.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
It is.
Not sure.
Pretty good.
It is. And that's going to bring us in to the roundup.
It's the
And as I alluded to at the top of the pod, this is very much a haiku-related roundup. So, two of these haikus are from some of the masters of haiku poem writing that we have ever known in history.
Whoa.
Wait, there's different writers, or what?
Two different writers.
So are these going to be better than ours?
Kobayashi Isa and Yosa Busan, if you know them. I don't know.
I do not.
But they're some of the masters.
Okay.
I do not.
Okay. They sound pretty legit.
And one of them is made up by yours truly. So I want to get a taste of what your artistic palette is like.
All right.
I love that.
All right.
Stacking them up.
So remember, 575.
Can we say what are the names?
That
of
is
them
not the
again?
record of the roundup, obviously.
What are the names on them?
It's
again?
close, though, actually. No.
It's not close.
No.
I assure you.
What was that?
Kobayashi Isa and Yosa Busan.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so
Did that help you more? Were you
number one. You guys ready?
Yes. Oh,
Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Number one. Overripe sushi. The master is full of regret.
Okay.
So remember, it doesn't have to be 575.
Right.
That's the
Right.
traditional one. Other ones are possible.
Interesting.
Forgot to mention that earlier.
Okay.
Yeah.
The second one. Blowing from the west, fallen leaves gather in the east.
Wow.
The third one. Darkness enters day with piqued curiosity and then shies away.
Okay. So we have to pick one that you made.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pick
I'll run
one.
through them all again. They're
Okay.
short. They're short little
You
haikus.
just love reading them. All right. You made them all.
He made them all. He made them all.
You made them all.
I should do that one time. I should
Hey,
do
yeah,
that
that's
one
the twist. He just
Yeah.
flips it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, the number one. Overripe sushi. The master is full of regret. Sounds like us a couple weeks ago.
Jesus.
Blowing from the west. Fallen leaves gather in the east. Darkness enters day with piqued curiosity and then shies away.
All right.
Fuck.
Ooh, the champ's confused.
You guys ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Tay says 3, Andy says 3, and both are right! I'm not a master of haiku. I knew that. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm depressed right now.
I feel like it was too
I'm
good.
upset. I'm
I
upset.
just kinda feel like it was
oh wow,
too,
too
like-
good.
It was almost
It
too
was
good.
good. It's just like
not left. Not it doesn't leave enough to the imagination. I think.
And
Yeah.
and like you could
There's not
see
enough. There's not a lot there after you read it.
yeah, I guess. And like you just got so horny reading it.
oh yeah. Did he? Did he get really horny?
You just got so horny.
I
Like I could
can't-
see it on you.
I
Like,
can't wait to
I was
watch that
pretty-
back.
I want to watch it back, and
Oh.
I want to hear him say that last line of what he
Yeah.
wrote.
fuck.
Peaked. The way he said peaked. Peaked.
We gotta get a close up of it. We gotta get a
say it
close up
again.
of his
Say it
face.
again. Say it again.
No.
Darkness enters day with piqued curiosity and then shies away.
Dude, careful with the arms. They're cheap.
Yeah,
They're
okay.
cheap.
That's true. I forgot. I'm spitting over here.
This is a budget podcast.
I
right?
love that. Oh, Pete thought he had us for
That's
sure.
it. It was well
And
done.
you
It was
both
well
got
done.
them.
It
You
was
both
well
got
done.
them.
That was a fun roundup. It was a fun roundup. Yeah.
So those are some of the masters. Kobayashi Isa, Yosa Busan. Now you know a couple of haikus. You wrote your own. Have you ever done
did.
that before?
We did. No, I've never. You know
That's
what?
fun.
I should bring mine. I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna bring it to the next.
No,
pod.
please don't.
It's done with.
There's a new day next week.
You
Don't
know
worry
what?
about
I'm gonna publish it. I'm gonna go out on the streets and yell it.
I don't doubt that.
it. And you know what that means.
Do we?
You know what that silence means.
Have we kept it? Have we kept this in the pod?
Oh,
We're
I
not
thought-
gonna
I figured
edit this out.
I figured I'll let you guys introduce it because you don't give a fuck what I say.
It's Andy.
What you call it?
It's Andy.
What you call it?
Factoid of the day.
Welcome back to Andy's Factoid of the Day. Thank you, Taylor and Peter, for the wonderful intro. It feels great being here, and I know you love it.
It's
So-
more than you deserved. It's more than you deserved.
And I know you love it.
I think the listeners can agree. Andy's factor of the day is a bright spot to the podcast. The facts are always true and the facts are always fresh, and we'll keep bringing them to you as long as you love them. So today's fact of the day: almonds are a member of the peach family.
Peach family.
Peaches?
Did you know that?
That's my nickname.
Peaches?
Sorry, I don't want to steal your fact for it. I always do.
Why are we apologizing for something that we all know is going to happen?
Peaches. That's my nickname.
Peaches?
Yes, the nut we all know and love as the almond is technically the hard-shelled
That's
fruit
wild.
of the almond tree,
Interesting.
Wow.
I did not know
Wow.
that.
Who decided that?
which itself is a member of the prunus family.
Seems like a make
Prunus.
work project, you know?
Thus
somebody's
peach.
trying to figure out.
Someone was, bored and had to do something.
Yeah.
Someone's like,
Tell me about almonds.
almonds. I know they belong with nuts, but let's shake it up. What else? Tell me more about peaches.
This guy doesn't get.
Wait,
guy
so
doesn't get
are
it.
you telling me
get food groups.
when you go to the grocery store,
Yeah.
It's not a food group.
the almonds should be in the produce?
Yeah.
Is that what you're telling me?
That's
right
what you're telling me.
Yeah.
But sometimes they are.
If we were grouping all like species
Right.
of
I can't believe it's
fruits.
part. Wait,
Species,
okay,
right.
okay.
It's
Um,
species.
I mean, you have a picture here, and it looks
So-
incredible.
They're also related to cherries, plums, nectarines. So you can kind of see if you look at the core of a peach, it looks like an almond.
It does have the shape. It
It's
has
like an
the,
enlarged almond.
yeah,
Yeah.
It has a bit of a rump with a tip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like a regular testicle and then an inflamed testicle.
No. It's the left and the right, because
Oh,
everyone
right.
knows one is bigger than the other.
Yours is that much bigger?
No.
Oh.
No.
Peaches?
regular testicles.
You got something to tell us, Peaches?
Yeah. But I do have a picture
Why
here
is
to
your
show.
nickname Peaches?
Wow, we found out
waiting.
why. That's special.
That's why.
That's
wonderful.
why.
Yeah.
The listeners will get a video, a picture of this.
Okay,
on the,
cool.
on the
We
video.
get it now
But
before
yes,
them.
look at this, beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Oh, look at that.
Pretty cool, right?
Look at that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen, oh my goodness, there fruits and vegetables, some crazy ones. Like if you think
I
that's
know.
crazy,
Amazing.
let me just look it up.
Well, we still haven't categorized the coconut yet.
What do you be?
Oh yeah, true. It's about 7 episodes ago. We haven't categorized the coconut.
Yeah.
So okay, here I found an article: 10 fruits and vegetables and the unusual ways in which they grow. I'm just gonna quickly show you just the crazy one.
Lovely.
Cashew nuts grow as part of a fruit.
Cashews.
Look at this,
Love
guys.
cashews. Oh, that's weird.
We'll post
They
that.
look like
we'll post that too. It's like a fruit on top of the cashew.
It's
Yeah, I
like
did know
peppers. They
that.
look like a pepper.
That's
They look
nice.
like a
I
sweet
did know
pepper.
that. But I'm a
Gnarly.
connoisseur of
And
fruits.
asparagus grows out of the ground. Look at that.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
like
It's
little
like it wants.
trees.
What if they became trees? We just never know because we take them down too early.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't let them grow to their full potential. Who knows?
Who knows?
Where's the make work project on that? Let them grow.
They're so expensive. They make so much money, so we never let them get up so high to become trees.
Just little shrubs.
Sorry, my brain just exploded. I can't think.
Well, it's a good factoid of the day when Pete ends up wrapping it up.
Amazing. I got you guys so engaged
That was great.
for
that
5
was
to
really
7
good.
minutes. Maybe not that long, but
Oh, yeah.
Coming
I
for the
wouldn't say that
cleanup. Coming for the cleanup.
one. He gives it to us raw and dirty, and we come with our brooms and clean it all up.
John Krasinski style.
John Krasinski.
That's going to do it for us here at the podcast. So, buenas noches, buenas tardes, buenos días, y cada vez que escuchas esto, ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao. How much ciao ciao's like bye for a lot of languages? No?
Yeah, it is.
ciao ciao.
Yeah, ciao's got to be.
It must have been
like,
one of like the original buys.
right. It's like
The original buy.
yeah, it's like let's use ciao and nothing
I
else.
feel like people are stealing chow, though. I think it does have its origin language. I think we're just saying chow.
Yeah.
Yeah.